everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Barbara Drapcho, founder of PandaCat. All these lovely musicians you see here. We have Andrew Nogal on oboe and Velzo on oboe, Rehker on clarinet, Rzasa on bassoon, Josh Fleming on bassoon, Jeremiah Frederick on horn, Parker Nelson on horn, Matthew Oliphant on horn, Sara Sitzer on cello, Collin Anderson on contrabassoon, and John Floeter on bass. So this project has been really amazing. We all know what a strange time it is, and we all, I'm sure, have somewhat similar stories to talk about how we as musicians have reacted to coronavirus. So the last time I played live with anyone was March 7th. It was a sold-out show. It was completely packed. There were concerts lined up for weeks and weeks and weeks, and suddenly everything just stopped. But it didn't just stop at once. There was an interesting phase out. It was one of those things where at first, okay, maybe one concert was canceled, but then, oh, a wind quintet can't come in from New York City, so maybe you're a local quintet, you can do this concert, and then that was canceled. So it was just a long series of things that were really somewhat devastating. And I was thinking about the things that I love most about classical music basically is just playing with my friends and playing music that I love. So how can I take this somewhat awful new world that we've been delivered and turn it into something that we all want? And I thought, well, every time I hear the word panda, every time I hear the word pandemic, I think of the word panda just because pandemic is such an awful word, and panda's kind of cute, and pandas make me happy. So that's how I personally chose to deal with the word pandemic. And cat was just a natural follower because I am definitely a cat lady, and many of my friends, including our cameraman, Eric Pidluski, thank you, Eric, for doing this, are cat ladies, hence the cat t-shirts that we frequently wear. So PandaCat Players Chicago was formed. I sent out an email to a bunch of friends, and people were like, okay, let's do this. We have recorded 6 projects online. Today will be our 7th. The very first time we've ever met live, because we didn't actually start this project until the end of March or beginning of April. Now, that brings us to our concert today. There are so many connections in the classical music world. I mean, if I were to list the different connections I have with just these people behind me, the list would be a mile long, from friends to different playing organizations, and even just carpooling together. I miss that. And so it was making that connection with them, but also having a chance to connect with my students and having a chance to connect with our audiences. Now, my dear student, Todd, whose beautiful yard we are sitting in now, Todd Wiener and his wonderful wife, Paula Jacobi, they suffered a great loss at the end of March, which was the loss of their son, Sam. And I had been wanting to do something for Todd to show how much I felt for his loss, and we thought, well, why not put something live together? Todd graciously offered his backyard, and so here we are with our very first PandaCat performance for you. That's basically all I want to talk about right now. We want to get to playing. I'm going to come back and talk in a little bit, but we are going to play for you today Dvorak's Wind Serenade. We're going to play the first movement, which we have already recorded online with click tracks individually. We are dying to get away from the click track, and we have the addition of a third horn and a contrabassoon and a bass, and we thought we have to do it with the full band. And we're going to also perform the finale movement at the end. So here is Dvorak's first movement of his Wind Serenade.
Excellent, guys.
Wonderful.
Excellent, excellent.
We did it! We did it! Thanks, Barb.
Bravo.
You did it outside. It's beautiful weather. The breeze is going. You're only schwitzing a bit. I mean, you know.
Take some jam if you want some.
Jam.
You know, I don't care how hot I am. I just want to sit here and bask in this moment.
You can stay here forever.
It was wonderful.
Thanks for putting this together, Barb.
Thanks, Carl.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Oh, all right. Well, hopefully this isn't the last one. Hopefully we'll get to do this again.
You guys can use our backyard anytime. You can use our front yard, whatever you want.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No, it's our pleasure.
wonderful.
This is a real treat for us.
And I think there's some water.
Yeah.